How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having an excellent day. Today, we're taking a look at how I was able to get over 51,000 capital peak points. So let's jump into the first attack, and we're actually doing an attack strategy that was recommended from one of you guys. So the premise of the idea is that we sort of clean up a portion of the base on the first attack. And the idea is to place 2 of the freeze spells, or frost spells, and then also get the base down to 8,000 points almost exactly. And then from there we go in with this second attack. So opted to bring in a heal spell since there was the bomb tower and there were a couple of the rocket artilleries still alive. So our miners are flying through the base. Everything is pretty much frosted up. We've only got this one cannon and this one spear thrower on the back end. But as you can see, with only 8,000 left, our miners are able to do a decent job. So nothing to really worry about there. And we'll be taking a look at a bunch of other versions of some Balloon Lagoons, Golem Quarry, Dragon Cliffs, and a workshop. So got, just over 8,000 points from cleaning up that base. Now we're taking a look at the Golem Quarry. Got the 2 frost spells already placed from the first attack. We drop down a heal spell over the Crusher, and we have a very weak rocket artillery, which is very nice. Frost spell over the back end, rocket artillery. I was hoping to clip this expo, but apparently I was just like half tile off, so we are going in. We used the zap spell to take out that rocket artillery that was 1 shot away from death, and then our miners are able to start flying through the base. So put the heal spell there because I wasn't sure if that rocket artillery on the back end was going to have ample time to actually lock on and start to destroy my miners. These miners on the right hand side do eventually get taken out, so our miners on the left hand side are still going very strong. You can see they have quite a few hit points remaining. We take out the Golem Quarry. So now we're taking a look at the Dragon Cliffs. So here we've got the 2 frost spells already placed. Base is just over 8,000 points available, and now we are able to fly through the base. Got our 1 frost spell. I do like to place it on this back end to cover this wizard tower and the super dragon post. We also had one of our miners clear out this bomb tower on somewhat of the, I believe it is a standard layout, and so we really don't have to worry about too much. If you've seen previous videos of mine, you know that you can almost one-shot a default layout of the Dragon Cliffs by getting a little bit lucky with how the Super Dragons decide to path. You can see here the ones from the beginning are perfectly getting stuck in the frost spells as our miners go through the rest of the base. Speed it up here just a little bit because these miners are only standing in the building, like up attacking the building for literally like half a second. So these super dragons are not doing a whole lot. We do have this last super dragon here that does get off a breath ability, causes I think like 3 or 4 of them to die right at the end there, so we miss out on a couple of the bonus points, but we still get 8,000 plus 225. So now we're taking a look at another Balloon Lagoon, and this is the default layout. Kind of crazy. So we're going in with our miners on the right hand side, clearing out these rocket artilleries. These rocket artilleries on the right hand side have a really hard time hitting miners since they're just up and down all over the place. So if they eventually get too close to the rocket artillery, there's nothing else they can do. Got the frost spell over this top section, covering all the defenses up there. Got a heal spell over this bomb tower. Wasn't sure how much damage these miners were going to accumulate from going through the defenses on that right hand side of the base. Then we've got the frost spell over the left hand rocket artilleries, and then the frost spell over this good chunk of defenses in the core of the base. So you can see that we're just bringing, always using the 2 frost spells on the first attack. That is a must. And then, we sort of have to decide, do we go with the heal spell or do we go with the frost spell on the second attack? So usually if there's like a bomb tower or an area with high hit point buildings that I think miners may get stuck on, I do bring a heal for that area. Usually try to place it in a spot where they can heal up around halfway through the attack, or one final heal towards the very end of the base just to make sure that we clear the district. So the other frost spell you can sort of use wherever you want, wherever there's a high concentration of defenses. You want to get the most bang for your buck, so the more defenses you can hit, the more splash that you can cover with those frost spells, the safer your miners would be. And as you can see, we did not lose a single miner in that attack. Got the full 750 bonus points, which is crazy. So now we're taking a look at a workshop. Again, we got the 2 frost spells already placed over the back end standard layout. We've got over the right hand side and the top portion of the base. And then we're deciding where to place the heal spell. I believe it's going to be, yes, over the crushers and right before the giant cannon, because I know that the miners may start to take a lot of damage depending on how quickly they take out the blast bow. So again, the strategy is pretty simple. Get the frost spells placed, take the base down to pretty much 8,000 exactly. I was using other miners to do that job, just so, I could either stop the attack if they were going to destroy a high hit point building, like a rock artillery like we saw on that one Golem Quarry, or I could just let them die off, and then whenever there's 8,000 points remaining, I just don't deploy anymore. And the idea is to try and clear some of those pesky defenses along the way. So if you can snag some bomb towers, or some multi-cannons, or some Teslas, that is an awesome idea. And the more upgraded the base, the more of the base you can actually destroy. So on these bases, typically destroyed about like 10 to 15% of the base beforehand, and then we went in with our second attack to finish off the base. So this is, I would say, not a realistic strategy that you could try to find in your clans, but this is a strategy you could utilize if you have 2 or more accounts. So you can have one account look really, really good, really cool, try to push for high scores, and then the other account, they only get the like 6,000 points, so it's kind of crazy. We are finally looking at another balloon lagoon. Got our frost spells placed, and then we're waiting on the heal spell to see where we can, where we expect to find some difficulties in the layout. So we do find that there's this bomb tower, and that we're hoping that the miners are able to stay up long enough so that they can get into that heal spell and get fully healed, and then hopefully they don't split too much, because there is a crusher and another crusher on the back end. Got those pesky rock artilleries. But these are weaker level defenses, but there's still 8,000 points remaining on the base, so it's still a lot of base to take out. So not that many defenses are that well upgraded, so if they were higher upgraded, we would most likely just destroy a higher percentage of the base on the first attack, and then hopefully be left with around 8,000, and then our miners should be strong enough to clear through the base. I've looked at a lot of the miners' hit points on these attacks, and they are very, very healthy. There's only that one Dragon Cliffs where it was kind of close, so I think this could be a good strategy. You might find it in your clan, not likely, but if someone actually places very, very good frost spells and accidentally fails or disconnects, then I suppose you could use this strategy. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I was very excited to hit a new high score, so maybe we can push the envelope a little bit, attack bases with maybe 8,300, 8,500 left in the next week's video. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. There's a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching, and until next time, take care.